Hey loves, welcome and welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I will be making this cute little summer dress with the inspiration up here. I posted this with some other dresses on my YouTube and also Instagram to ask you which one of them would you guys like me to recreate, and most of you voted for this style, so that is what I'm going to do. Others also wanted me to create all of the three that I'm still thinking about. Maybe I will do that. But yeah, this video is divided in two parts. And the first part, which is this, will be the drafting of the pattern. And part two will be the stitching part, which will be on the channel on Friday. So let's get right into part one. I begin by tracing my basic bodice pattern onto my pattern paper, and if you don't have the basic bodice block yet, I have the video or the tutorial on my channel, so please check it out, and I would also put the link in the description box. From there, I would mark in my bust cycle, and that is the measurement from your nipple to your underbust, and mine is 3¼ of an inch. So I would mark that on the waist dart, also on the shoulder dart, just to guide me. And from there, I would use the compass. I will put it at the center or the apex point, and then open it up to the 3¼ and then draw the circle. So that is how you get your bust cycle. And then at the waist, that on the bust cycle, I go out 1/2 of an inch and then draw the line from the bust cycle down to meet the dart leg of the waist. From there, I mark 1/2 inch at the side seam and then draw it to the waistline. Cut it out. This is to give the top a snug fit, because when drafting the basic bodice patterns, we add ease so that when you're making a loose fit, it's it's comfortable. So at the center front, I go in 1/2 of an inch and then I start to shape my bra cap or the corset cap. I extended the line up 1/2 of an inch and then went down 1 inch at the armhole. From there, I went on to shape the side front part of the corset cap by following the curve of the bust cycle and extending it up about 1 inch and then joined it to the side seam. When that is done, I also shape the upper part of the bra cap. So I'm just freehand sketching it. Like you see, you can use your curve to do it, but it's up to you. So this is how the cap is looking at the moment, and I'm just going over the lines to make the patterns as visible as possible. I also made a contour line at the shoulder from the apex point and also at the neckline from the apex point. And then on the contour line, I went out 1/4 of an inch on both on the upper part of the bra cap and then made the line as seen. And now the pattern is ready to be cut out, so the upper part is not needed, and then make sure the lines at the lower side of the pattern are the same, the measure the same. So this is my center front and my side front cut out, and remember there is ruching at the lower side of the bra cap, so I will take out the waist dart and then transfer all the dart at the upper part of the bra cap to the lower side, so it opens up the lower side automatically. So I'm closing the contour lines, two of them, and also the shoulder darts. So once all of them is closed up, you would notice that the lower part of the cap is more wider, which will allow the space for the gathering or the ruching. So once that is done, this is how the pattern is looking, and then I would put a paper where the opening is to complete the pattern. So that will be the gathering area, and then the center front of the cap, and then the side front. So these are the patterns for the front part, and then now I would move on to drafting of the back pattern. Back pattern, I went down the armhole 1 inch like I did for the front, and then from there I also marked half of an inch on the side seam, same like I did for the front as well, and then draw it to the waistline and cut it out. I then went ahead and marked the depth of the back, how deep I wanted the back to be. That is up to you. So if you want it very low, you can do that. If you also want it straight or a little bit curvy, you can do that. So once I drew in the back depth, I measured half of an inch on both sides of the waist dart at the upper part, and then drew it to meet the waist dart's leg. I then folded in the darts, and then I did cut out the back pattern. So this is the back pattern, and I also added 1 inch of zip extension to the center back. So this will enable me to be able to fix the zip at the back of the dress. You can decide to add the extension as big as you want, but I don't think it's necessary, because 1 inch is enough to make it possible for you to fix the zip. But I know some people add 1.5 or 2 inches, but It's totally up to you. So yeah, this is the back pattern. You can decide to cut out the dart or just fold in like this and cut out your pattern. So yeah, this is how the back looks like, and also the front pattern. So these are basically the patterns we need to make the upper part of the dress.